Welcome to my channel Gaurang the Motivator. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic in the point of board examinations, and that is Ohm's law. This Ohm's law, my dear students, is very important, and most of the questions or the numericals generally comes from this topic. So please give importance for this topic, Ohm's law. The name Ohms came from George Simon Ohm, who was the first scientist who established a relation between resistance, current and voltage. On the honor of George Simon Ohm, this law is known as Ohm's law. Let's move on to the definition of Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that the current flowing in the circuit is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided that the physical conditions remain constant. Okay, so let's see now what exactly it is. The current, you can see here, the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. So we have already studied that current stands for I, correct? And directly proportional means this is the symbol of proportionality, and directly proportional to the potential difference. Potential difference is nothing but V. Okay, so current is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end, provided that the physical conditions, here the physical condition represents the temperature must be constant, at constant temperature. Okay, so this is what the formula we get it. Now if we remove, we can also write this as potential difference across its ends is directly proportional to the current. So we can write it like this, that is, current is directly proportional to its potential difference. When we remove this proportionality sign, we get a proportionality constant. That is, when we remove this proportionality sign and write equal to, okay, we can write here I into R. This R is a proportionality constant. I will write it here, R represent to proportionality. Proportionality constant. Okay, proportionality constant. R refers to proportionality constant. So once again, Ohm's law states that the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its end, and provided the physical conditions remain constant. So that is how we are writing it in a mathematical formula. I is proportional to V, or we can also write it as V is proportional to I. V is equals to I into R. Proportionality constant is R. Now here we have to mention V is voltage in volts. Okay, I is current in amps or ampere, and R is resistance in ohms. So the SI unit of resistance is ohm. Already we have studied the SI unit of voltage or potential difference is volts, and the SI unit of current is ampere. Okay, so here the new term what we have got, that is proportionality constant, the resistance. Okay, this resistance SI unit is ohm, right? So this is about Ohm's law. So students, in general, you have to remember that here you can see current potential difference is directly proportional to current, or current is directly proportional to potential difference. In these two things, we should be careful that we always should state from the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference. The exact meaning in general is that if the potential difference is increasing, then the current also increases. I repeat, if the potential difference is increasing, the current also increases. That is what we are saying here. So the potential difference and the current both are increasing. It might not be in the same magnitude, but both increases. Okay, if we increase the potential difference, what happens? Slowly the current also increases. For this, we need to conduct an experiment, and then you get a clear picture of this particular concept, Ohm's law. So let's move on to the experiment.
So here's the experiment to determine Ohm's law. That is, the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided that the physical conditions remain constant. This is what we have to determine in Ohm's law. Here's the circuit diagram, which represents that the cells are connected in series to the switch, ammeter and the resistance, and the voltmeter is connected parallel. The circuit here shows you what is done in the circuit diagram. Here the circuit is connected according to the circuit diagram, and we can find the switch, the cell, the resistor and the ammeter connected in series, whereas the voltmeter connected in parallel. Now as we connect and switch on the switch with a single cell, we get the readings as 1.5 volts in the voltmeter and 0.3 amps in the ammeter. Now let's see the reading by connecting two cells in place of a cell, and we find that the ammeter reads 0.6 amps and the voltmeter shows the reading of 3.0 volts. By this we come to know that as the potential difference increases, the ammeter reading, that is current, also increases. And when we connect three cells, we find the voltmeter reading as 4.5 volts and the ammeter reading as 0.9 volts. So based on these three readings, we can come to a conclusion that as the potential difference increases in the circuit, the current also increases in the circuit, and this verifies that the potential difference is directly proportional to the current flowing in the circuit. So further we represent these values by drawing the VI characteristic graph of Ohm's law. You can find a graph. Now when we mark the values, we get a straight line which represents that the potential difference is directly proportional to the current.
Now that's the experiment what we have done on Ohm's law. Okay, I hope you have understood what exactly is Ohm's law. Now let's move on to the numericals based on Ohm's law. Okay, so the first numerical is here. How much current will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm. See these children, this ohm is nothing but omega symbol which is represented to ohm. Okay, ohm, this is an omega symbol which can be written in place of OHM. Okay, so the SI unit of resistance. Now let's move. Here we have to write given. Okay, so we can write what is given in the question. Now, how much current will an electric bulb draw? How much current? So question is to calculate current. I is equals to question mark. Okay, an electric bulb draw from a 220 volts. 220 volts, we know that is potential difference. So we will write it as V is equals to 220 volts. If the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm. So we know that R is equals to 1200 ohms. This is what is given in the question. Okay, and all are with their respective SI units. So potential difference is with its SI unit volts and resistance also is with its SI unit ohms. So no conversion. Now we have to write the formula. Okay, what's the formula? We studied V is equals to IR. V is equals to I into R. So we need to calculate what? We need to calculate current. So keep I here and transpose this V, we get V by R. So this is the formula what we are using to calculate the current. Okay. Now coming to the part of solution, we will write here solution. We'll write the formula I is equals to V by R. Okay. Now what is the value of V? It's given 220 volts. 220 volts divided by resistance R, that is 1200. Okay, 0 0 gets cancelled. 22 by 120. So we have to calculate what is 22 by 120. Okay, so let's move on here for the calculation. We have 22 and 120. Okay, so here it doesn't go 0. We can write 0, 22, take it down. Now take a point here, take 0. So 120 into how much is 220? We can write here 120 into 1 is 120, because if we go for 120 into 2, it is 240. So 0, 0, 1. Okay. So 120 we can take 1000 here, 1000. So 120 into how much is 1000? We have to check it out. Okay. So 120 into 8. We can try with 8. 8 zeros are 0, 8 2s are 16, carry 1. 8 1s are 8. So 960. Okay. So 1000 minus 960 is nothing but 0. 10 minus 6 is 4 and 9 minus 9 is 0, 40. So I think up to 2 decimal numbers it is okay. So we can write here I is equals to 0.18 and the SI unit of current is ampere. So we can write it as ampere. Now the result has to be written result. Okay. So what's the result? How much current will an electric bulb draw? The current drawn by electric bulb is, the current drawn by the electric bulb is, by the electric bulb 0.18 ampere. Okay, my children. Now let's move on to the second numerical. Moving on to the second sum, my dear students. If the potential difference between the terminals of an electric motor is 220 volts and an electric current of 5 amps is flowing through it, what will be the resistance? What will be the resistance of electric motor? Okay, so here let's write given in this question. Given if the potential difference between the terminals of an electric motor is 220 volts. So what is given here? V is equals to 220 volts. Potential difference is given and an electric current of 5 amps. Electric current is given. I is equals to 5 amps. Okay, is flowing through it. What will be the resistance? So R is equals to question mark. What will be the resistance, right? So what formula we are using? We are using the Ohm's law formula. The formula is that V is equals to I into R. Now we need resistance. So keeping R as it is, okay, transpose V, we get V by I. So this is the formula what we are using to calculate the resistance. So let's write here the solution. Okay, and copy down the formula here, that is R is equals to V by I, right? So substitute the value of V. V is 220 volts divided by I is 5 amps. So R is equals to 5 ones are 5 fours are 20. Again 2 can 5 fours are 20. We get 44. Okay, 44 ohms. This is the total resistance. What will be the resistance? Means the resistance will be 44 ohms. Okay, of the respective electric motor. So we'll write the results. Result is that what will be the resistance of electric motor? 44 ohms is the resistance of the electric motor Okay, so this is how we solve this sum. Now let's move on to the third sum. Moving on to the third sum, let us go through the sum. This is one of the most important sum in Ohm's law. Okay, so the question is the potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volts. Potential difference is given when it draws a current of 4 amps. So electric current is also given from the source. What current will again the question is what current? Okay, we have to find, will the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to 120 volts? What current will the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to 120 volts? So now, my dear students, let's write given. Okay, so how to understand such type of questions? Let's write given. See, potential difference. Here we have one potential difference, we have the other potential difference here. So we can take one as V1, the other one as V2. So one current is given here 4 amps and they are asked to find the other current. So that also we can take it as I1 and I2. And there is no resistance given at all is the question. So let's write the given. The potential difference, so V1, let's take it as V1. V1 is equals to 60 volts. Okay. So when it draws a current of 4 amps, so we can take it as I1 is equals to 4 amps. Okay. So now the question is, what current will the heater draw? We don't know. So let's take I2 is equals to question mark. What current? So we are taking it as I2. Let the current be I2 is equals to question mark. Will the heater draw? If the potential difference, the other potential difference is given, already we have written one potential difference. So let's take the other potential difference as V2. V2 is equals to 120 volts. Okay. So something is missing in Ohm's law. That is nothing but resistance. Resistance is not there. So let's write R is equals to question mark. Okay. So now we need formulas. Let's write here. First we have to find the resistance. Okay. Always we have to find the resistance. So we need V is equals to IR is the formula. To find the resistance, we are using R is equals to V by I. This is the first formula. After finding R, okay, so here V and I are given, so we will take it as V1 and I1. Okay, this is the first formula what we are using. Then again we have to find, that is I2. So we know the second formula. Let's write the second formula. Okay, second formula, we need to calculate I is equals to V by R, correct? So we will take I2 is equals to V2 by R. We are not supposed to write R2 because here the resistance of this conductor, whatever is given here, okay, the conductor is electric heater. So the resistance of this electric heater will be the same. Okay. The resistance we have studied in Ohm's law, it is a constant proportionality. It is not going to change. So resistance is not going to change. Okay, even though you vary current or you vary the potential difference. So let's move now. So I2 is equals to V2 by R. Now solution. Let's move to the solution. The first solution is we are taking R is equals to V1 by I1. Okay, V1 by I1. Substituting V1 value, we have V1 as 60 and we have I1 as 4. So R is equals to 4 ones are 2 carry, 4 5s are 20. Resistance SI unit is ohms. So resistance is 15 ohm. The resistance of the electric heater is 15 ohm. Now moving on to the second solution. What are we supposed to find here? I2. So let's write here. I2 is equals to V2 by R. So I2 is equals to V2. What is V2? We have already V2 as 120 volts divided by R we have found, that is 15, right? Correct? So we can cancel it. 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10 and 2 carry, 5 4s are 20. So again 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are 24. So I2 is equals to 8 amps. Okay, I2 is equals to 8 amperes. Now what is the question they have asked and how should we write the result? Okay, result should be based only on what the question is asked. What current will the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to 120 volt? So the electric heater draws 8 amps of current. We can write here 8 amps of current. 8 amps of current is drawn by the electric heater. Okay, when the potential difference is increased to, when the potential difference PD, okay, PD is increased to 120 volts. So this is how we are solving these kinds of numericals. Okay, my dear students, let's wind up this session, and my next session will be on resistance and combination of resistance. Still then, stay tuned to my channel Gaurang the Motivator. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you.